There are several very excellent reasons why my New Year's resolution didn't stick. In fact, I'm surprised it lasted the 3 days it did, which is actually 1 day longer than last year. That's a 50% improvement, if I'm doing the math correctly, which I'm not sure I am, as upgrading my mathematical computation skills was not among my New Year's resolutions. Before I get to the source of my resolution failure, it's important to look at the nature and history of the New Year's resolution itself. We must travel back in time to 1232 AD, when a young monk from the Byzantine Empire named Theodoxopoulos received a Christmas gift from his mother, consisting of a year's supply of marzipan. Now Theodoxopoulos lived in a tony suburb of Constantinople, with markets filled with fresh food vendors, makers of artisanal sandwiches, and latte shops. But marzipan was nowhere to be found, since most marzipan was manufactured by the dreaded Ottomans and had been outlawed in the 1229 Ottoman Marzipan and Caftan Ban. Not to be confused with the Ottoman Marzipan and Caftan Band, which had a top 10 hit in 1974 with the song Cheeky Squeaky Mr. Leaky. Now, Brother Theodoxopoulos so loved marzipan that he couldn't resist temptation. And in the next 7 days he ate his entire year's supply of marzipan, including a contraband flan. He became so sickened, remorseful, and bloated that he resolved on New Year's Eve never again to eat marzipan. Thus the tradition of New Year's resolutions was born. The tradition took root slowly over time and really came of age with contemporary journalism and the need for newspaper and radio columnists to find subject matter during the post-Christmas news doldrums. Perhaps the most famous of these newspaper pieces was an 1897 editorial in the New York Daily Diatribe entitled, "Yes, Virginia, There is a Pant Size Smaller." The thread that has connected New Year's resolutions through the centuries is that they are generally built around guilt, self-loathing, and the occasional threat of legal action. I will lose weight. I will stop smoking. I will be nicer to squirrels. I will not mock small children for their grammatical errors. Very few resolutions are based on anything fun. No one ever resolves to eat more red meat, or sing show tunes on public transportation, or throw more squirrels at the Prime Minister. In other words, while resolutions outwardly appear to be positive and affirming, they actually originate in negative feeling, deprivation, and hard work. It's only human nature, then, that something so dreary and undesirable cannot be sustained, much like the Byzantine Empire. Therefore, by failing to keep my resolution, I am actually transitioning from negative feeling back to the positive. A positive me, comfortable in all my flaws, is actually doing my family and loved ones a favor. And honestly, any 9-year-old should know that funner is not a word. I also believe strongly that we should not enslave ourselves to the arbitrary nature of the calendar. Why January 1st? Why not August 17th? Why should I feel obliged to alter my lifestyle just because I've taken down my calendar of Great Canadian Landfills and hung up my Sports Illustrated swimsuits without the swimsuit models calendar? Finally, the longer I keep my resolution, the more disappointed people will be when I ultimately fail. And I feel I am already disappointing enough, what with the squirrel fixation and all. In conclusion, New Year's resolutions are negative, arbitrary, and fraught with potential for disappointment. And that's why I've given up on giving up rationalizing in 2011. Happy New Year, everyone.